Middlesex exert control on weather-affected day. Storm Alley played its part on day 2 at Lord's as an early finish was forced with Derbyshire trailing by 201 runs. Max Holden's century knock had put Middlesex in the driving seat, but Matt Critchley, unbeaten on 87, provided the backbone of the visitors' response. After a delayed start at Lord's, the morning session saw Critchley bring up his century and give Derbyshire belief that their lower order could save their first innings. The hope was quickly dashed as Critchley departed for 105, bowled by Harris and caught by Eskenazi. 2 overs later, and Dowell joined him in the pavilion, Harris with his second wicket of the morning, Robson's catch leaving the visitors 246 for 8. Middlesex could smell blood, and Palladino was dismissed for a duck, Harris drawing an LBW call from the umpire. Ferguson managed to make 16 before he was bowled by Murtagh to end Derbyshire's innings at 295. The innings break brought about lunch, and Critchley's century was only good enough to restrict Middlesex's lead to 128. Gubbins and Robson made a steady start after the break, with the occasional boundary adding to their first innings lead. The opening partnership was brought to an untimely end as Gubbins hit his own wicket trying to deal with a Ferguson delivery, Middlesex 58 for the fall of their first wicket. Robson continued to forge on with Eskenazi for company and brought up his 50 to go with his century in the first innings. The very next ball saw the end of Eskenazi, stumped by Hosin off the bowling of Critchley to leave Middlesex 89 for 2. The skipper Milan was next out to the crease, but only made 13 before a Critchley delivery saw him drive the ball into the hands of Hughes. Having led the way for his side, Robson's solid innings was ended courtesy of a run-out, the wicket signalling the tea break, Middlesex heading in at 127 for 4, their lead already at 255 runs. A Holden 6 off Madsen was the highlight of the early evening session as Derbyshire stifled the host batsman. Madsen gained a measure of revenge later in the session as he bowled Holden to leave Middlesex 163 for 5. Wicketkeeper White was the next man up for the hosts and managed to find the boundary before quickly departing courtesy of a Critchley delivery and Madsen catch. Having shone with the bat, Critchley was now starring with the ball. His delivery to Fuller drew an ill-advised shot and inevitable catch for Wilson, the hosts falling away at 171 for 7. Middlesex made it to 199 for 7 before bad light finally forced stumps at Lord's. The day had belonged to Critchley, whose century and 4 wickets had stopped the hosts from running away with the contest. Weather permitting, a definitive result still looked possible.